you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review, and we have John in tow today. John is from J&H Beer. Say hi, John.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
J&H Beer, we review from northeastern Pennsylvania, and he has a to-go shop for beer, which is in northeastern Pennsylvania, close to Wilkes-Barre, and they have a decent, very nice selection of beer. So if you're ever in the area, check it out. And today, we're going to be reviewing
the best.
In his eyes, I haven't had this one yet. I've had this before. It's another iteration. But he was gracious enough to bring along a Brewery Smoking Wood Bourbon Barrel Aged version of the Brewery Smoking Wood. So, yeah, we're going to check it out right now. Talk about this for a minute. Well,
one thing I want to point out about this year's batch is that we all know that the brewery has a seductive way of making beers that taste good, and their alcohol is always, probably on average, their alcohol is like 12% for everything they make, but this year is 14%. It started off in 2011 as 10, 12 and 13s were all 13%. This year, the first half, which was the rye barrel aged, was 13. This is 14. So I'm pretty sure that the brewery, it's just trying to show how much it appreciates its drinkers by just upping the alcohol every single time you buy a beer.
But as we all know, alcohol doesn't equal awesome.
Exactly.
But a lot of times, more times than not, higher alcohol does equal better.
A lot of flavor.
We'll see what she has to offer.
You can't get the flavor without the alcohol.
No.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
No, unless you're due to see.
Unless you're
So as far as what we have on the label, it says Family Brew, the Brewery, unfiltered, contains alcohol. I always like the fact that I put Brewery contains alcohol in there. Nice to know. Nice to know, considering I would not know that otherwise.
Pretty modest, yeah.
Let's see here. 2014, Smoking Wood, smoked imperial rye, porter aged in bourbon barrels. A rich porter layered with rye spiciness, earthy smoke, caramel-like flavors, roasty malt, and oaky deliciousness. Orange, California, brewed and bottled by the brewery, wherever it's from.
Placentia.
Well, they have Placentia, 14% alcohol. Want a smoke, and that's about it. I mean, the back here.
Yeah, does it say aging?
It says put it in a nice little tulipy style goblet thing, which I usually drink out of, which I don't have right now. Let's see, smoked imperial rye, bourbon barrel aged porter. Smoking Wood is brewed with a hefty amount of both rye and smoked malt, contributing to a full bodied light spiciness balanced by the extended oak aging. This beer will sell gracefully, but is best enjoyed fresh. Do you agree?
I haven't actually. I've been through like 10 cases that I've not held on to long enough to actually.
Do you think it's a matter of same way hops die with aging, the smokiness smoke dies with aging? Or?
See, I never try. You know, it's a combination of me not wanting to save it so long because it's so damn good as it is, and also. I'm just kind of worried that if I age it, if it gets worse, it'd be kind of like a waste of money.
Okay.
But it's fun. I mean, their beers already, like we said, like some beers already kind of taste like they're already a little bit aged. Yeah. Just because of the process, they just make it dank.
Let's see. Best enjoyed fresh. Best stored and cellared around 55 degrees Fahrenheit and dark place. Ideal serving temperature is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It came out of my mini fridge, which was 51 degrees, so we should be right in the wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Best served in a wine or tulip glass, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's the greatness right there.
I'll let him do it since he's so... Now, the brewery to me makes really, really nice beers. But the problem with the brewery, for me, personally, is it seems like a bulk of their beers are the same beer, but just slightly different. Like, they're the same car with different options. You know, you have a lot of breweries, they'll make, like, a Lamborghini, then they'll make, like, a F1 pickup, then they'll make, like, you know, a little mini car, then they'll make, like, you know, a sedan. For me, the brewery makes a sports car that has all-wheel drive and a sports car that has front-wheel drive.
They make the Bugatti Veyron.
No. Okay. I mean, this is John. His name, we call him Brewery John. So let's just put it that way.
Yes.
He's a fan of it.
Well, what the problem is now, they showcase so many beers. Actually, believe it or not, Hoarder Society's out now, and they have a beer coming out in 2015. No details yet. It's called Black Tuesday Reserve. Now, they've already done Black Tuesday in every possible manner you could, because Chocolate Rain, Mocha Wednesday, all that stuff. This year, they made it in rum barrels. Next year they're doing it in Madeira barrels, and I think it's port. And they're doing so many variants. It's in Melange 3, Melange 1. So I'm thinking, what does reserve mean? Because they've done every single thing you could possibly do to it, even peanut butter or whatever, in special occasions down there.
You know what the reserve part is?
25%, right?
No.
Is it really?
It's just making you drool over it. That's what the
No.
reserve part is.
No, I'm thinking that they're making... Because the brewery, if you think about it, they always did these huge beers, but they never topped Black Tuesday. What I'm thinking they're doing is they're making like a Utopias version for their Black Tuesday, and it's just going to be a killer...
But you think they'd have to be around for 30 years in order to do that?
It depends. I mean, well, they're
you can only simulate age so much. You can't
Yeah.
synthetically duplicate age.
If they've been...
And you can't make Utopias without age. It's
I think
just how it works.
First year they made that was 2010 or 2011, so we're only talking 4 years. So yeah, that's...
They've only been around for what, 8 years?
6 years now, yeah, 6 years. But
yeah.
But I mean, to get that kind of alcohol, 19 just from a regular fermentation too. So I mean...
Well, let's get back to this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
14,
Head-wise, actually had a little bit of head on it, not much
Yeah.
left, just tiniest bit. Super dark, but crazy amount of carbonation, almost like it's like bubbling craziness, like it's like effervescent awesomeness around the edge of it. So it's new. You expect it to have a little bit of carbonation to it, so that is what it is. Color-wise, I mean, it's dark as could be. I couldn't tell you if it's red or brown or whatever. It looks like it's like that hint of reddish brownish.
Yeah, it's a really
somewhere
deep,
in between.
really deep dark
I
brown.
can see in the
bottom,
edge. So
this is almost like the lacing on the other one and the head wasn't good, but this just seems a little bit more oilier because the foam gets carried down a lot better with that oil in there. It's nice and...
I mean, it's high ABV, so it's got legs for days. So
Yes,
see what
sir.
it has nose-wise, not drink-wise.
Ooh.
That's a nice smokiness. It's not as smoky as what I remember the old smoking woods were.
I know. You know what? The first time I had this year, I had
A ton of bourbon.
the other one, and I was a little bit disappointed with it because I just want that smoke to kick, just like
Wow,
just
a lot of
like a
bourbon.
Macho Man Randy Savage, like a drop kick in the face.
A lot of bourbon on this one.
It is, yeah. I don't know how long they age these for. I have no. I thought I was thinking a year, but I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just guessing.
I mean, it smells great. I mean, it's just super malty, super sugary, super crazy sweetness.
You get like
nice smokiness, not over the top like some of the older smoking
it's like when you
woods,
get that
but
nice that charcoal and you open the fucking charcoal after you cook a steak. Like the next day when you're cleaning it and all
if
that
you soak
soot,
that bag into bourbon,
all that soot comes out from that charcoal.
If you soak, take a charcoal baguette bag, soak it in bourbon, and then crack it open. That kind of exactly what it smells like. And then put maybe some brown sugar on it.
Add a little bit of porter to it, yeah.
Let's dive right in.
Oh my god, so good, yeah.
Cheers.
Oh my god, it's like the best thing ever. Isn't it?
It's a good beer. It's a really good beer.
And I just get that, like, I always just say, like, what the kind of, you get, like, oiliness out of it. It's really slick.
And here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing with brewery stuff. Their beers, they've been around for, what'd you say, 6 years?
6 years in May, because that's when the Sucre came out, yeah. So it's, yeah.
I'm by no means pooping on brewery.
Mm-hmm.
I like brewery beers. I enjoy them. They have some formula for synthetic age.
Yeah.
There's a way they're figuring out not only how to make a beer nice, but how to make it taste like it older than it actually is. And I can taste that. Not only can I taste the age, you can taste that little bit of syntheticness. It tastes like it has like a little synthetic age to it.
That's why I'm thinking this was aged for a full year, because if you let it mature more, it might evolve a little bit. If you just...
But there's a difference between having a beer that tastes like it's aged and having a beer that's aged. And this tastes like an old beer. There's two ways to make a beer taste like it's old. It's old, or you make it taste like it's old.
It tastes like it's old, but like not to the point where it's going to get that raisinette, like musty. It tastes like...
But it tastes like it's about 4 years in.
I was going to say like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, it just tastes like it's nice and like mature.
It tastes like it's 4 years in. It's not even months old.
Yeah.
So
what is it right here? It says
it's 2014.
They etched it on the side with a gold. Maybe they didn't. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, it's hard to read the date. What is it?
Let's see.
5/13.
It is 4 months old.
Yeah. So.
You know? No, sorry. Yeah, 4 months old.
See at 9. Yeah.
So you're taking a 4-month old beer and you're making it taste like a 4-year-old beer. It tastes really good. Like, that's the thing. Rating this, I'm gonna give this like a 90. I'm gonna give it a 93. That's my theme of the night. I'm giving a lot of things 93. It's not because I just feel like giving things 93s, but that's where it just ends up laying for me tonight.
I'm overachieving on this one. I always would give the bourbon version of this a solid 100 just because I can't. There's not a lot of beers that I could find. Because, see, me, I'm really partial to smoke. Matt is not so much crazy about smoke beers.
You're telling me this is that much better than every other beer you've had tonight?
It is, well, okay, so this beer has just kind of like a history with me, and it's like one of the first perfect beers.
It's totally fine.
And it's still like one of the best beers I've ever had, too.
And that's fine. Yeah. Like, I have those beers for me. You know what I mean? And
the only damn thing is that, like, when I pop this open, it's like, well, maybe I'll have the option to have a 12-ounce bottle tonight. No 4-packs of that yet. They gotta do the whole thing.
And that's the thing. It's a really nice beer. It's a fantastic beer, but there's a little hooju going on there. There's a little bit of... It's boozy. It's definitely boozy. You can't not say it's not boozy. It has a nice mouthfeel, but it's a little syrupy.
In a good way. I mean? Yeah, the bourbon is there, like the booziness from that too, but the bourbon isn't super pronounced, but it's just very eloquent. It's very nice. Like,
no, the bourbon was way more in the nose than it actually is in the mouth.
Yeah.
But it's still... I'm not complaining about the bourbon.
Yeah.
Actually, for me, the bourbon makes it better. If I had a regular smoking wood, I'd probably give it like a 90.
The rye?
The bourbon, without the bourbon barrel aging, it probably gets a notch back for me. Because I had the original one, and while I liked it, I like this one better.
That's what Bob was saying. And even online, people, like I said, we don't like reviews because it's all opinion, but rye is actually rated higher by 1 point than this.
Well, no, once I have a beer, I look it up just to see what other people say. It's not like I'm like oblivious to the review world. Like, when I drink something, then I'm like, okay, now I'll see what it has to offer. But, like, for me, this is better than the regular version, non-barrel aged bourbon barrel aged version, but at the same time, it just has that syntheticness to it. That synthetic, which is it tastes good, but it's like I did a review of Castle came out with a synthetic aged version of the Donker, which is their cuvee.
Oh yeah. We had Joe gave me a 2010 of those. Yeah.
Yes.
A few years ago. Yeah.
And it was nice. But it was like, you can taste the syntheticness in it, and the one I had was 2010, so it was like an aged beer of a beer that was supposed to be aged. Like, it was like...
But it wasn't barrel aged, though.
Well, no, the story about that one was... The story behind the cuvee, Chateau Cuvée, I think it was what it was called, from Castle, was... The people from Donker, or Castle, went down, cracked some old Donkers, they drank some, like, 8-year-old Donkers, and went, wow, this is really good. Then they tried to duplicate the age in a new beer. So the cuvées are like them trying to duplicate the aged taste in the old Donker.
So we're ready to go. Yeah.
So it was like you had like an aged beer that was already aged that was trying to taste aged. So it was like something was amiss. And while it's still a stellar beer, there's something a little bit like, I don't know. It's like not. I'm not trying to say this, but the old rumor back in the the old history back in the day used to put antifreeze in wine to make it accelerate age. And to me, there's some kind of thing.
They aged them in what was it? Some kind of a steel. What made it sweet? Like lead things, and it made it sweeter, but you got lead poisoning from when you held them.
But that's the thing. Like it feels like there's something in it that is making it age, or making it seem like it's aged. So it can't get that like 98 score for me. It's getting a 93. A 93 score is like a fantastic score.
Well, a lot of things about the Castile too. I was going to say, their beers are very weird to me too, because like you see a lot of places like this that make like high alcohol beers. They range considerably in alcohol, but Castile's like they got that process down. Every single fucking thing they make, it's just 11 across the board.
Yeah,
the triple,
which you know is not true. Because it's impossible.
That's what it says. Yeah. So apparently, and then the only thing that I saw was the Rouge, right? It's like 8. So
yeah. Well, even worse is Weyerbacher.
What?
It's like they take what is it? The Blithering Idiot, which is 11% barrel age, and when it comes out, it's 11% and insanity. But like that's physically impossible. It's the way physics work on Earth That's impossible for that.
It's like
to
they had
happen.
a guy in the barrel yard.
Unless they're watering it down.
Yeah, they had a guy like, in the cellar just like completely scraping every piece of bourbon out of there, so there was no alcohol whatsoever to be picked up. Yeah.
But I would give it a 93. You'd give it a solid 100.
Yep.
As far as availability, actually, it's not unattainable.
It's the problem with this is that
I know I know a place I can go right now and get these.
Yeah. Well, not my place. They're gone now.
No.
Yeah. Well, see,
if I drive 45 minutes away, I can get this anytime I want.
Anytime you want.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So, well, see, okay, because the allocations on these are weird because these I got a decent amount of, but
not anytime
it's
I want, but I can usually get them if I want them.
Yeah, no, because that was the place you got them for me the one time.
Well, I found 3 other places around there
craving it because this comes out in the summer, and I was at the farthest I could possibly go without drinking this beer. So he luckily found a bottle for me. It was a few months before this came out. Yeah, I think 2. Yeah. So, but what this is though, it's like so allocated. I could get X amount, and then when they're gone, because it's pretty popular. I mean, see, in my store I push this a real lot, so a lot of people buy these. So this went pretty quick with the cases that I had. I wished I got more. I didn't, and the problem is this won't.
And
be
he pushed
sold.
them just so people would crack them so you could drink them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I give it like a 93 overall. Availability wise, I'd probably give it like a 4. They're not readily available, but I can get them. Price wise, I'm usually getting right around between $22 to $23 a bottle. What do you sell them for?
I have that stack them high, price them low kind of thing right now. I'm kind of doing that kind of take on that. So that's $18.99. But
now for $18.99, that's a great that's a fantastic price. Usually you're looking between $22 to $23 in this area.
Even on their website, I think with tax, they charge 8% tax. It's close to 20.
Yeah,
I think. Or
so
maybe,
right around $20.
Yeah.
At value scale, I'd probably give it like a 6.
Yeah,
just because it's nice, but I can get. I don't know.
I would say actually
for $7.50 at $20, man, that's a rough. I would rather spend $28 on a anniversary like a Bois.
Yeah.
Than I would this.
The Bois. So you like the Bois better than this?
Yeah.
I mean, the Bois is like dang though. It's got a lot of shit going on. It is a heavy mouthfeel.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kills.
Well, now even Bois now because that's another year and a half.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean. We
had a lead on a Papier, which we should do because that was the first year. That's already 6 years old. We should do that, right?
But before John goes on a tangent, we have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So
yes, okay.
93, 100. Yeah. So Matt with Master Beer Reviews. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. John, J&H Beer. If you want to pick up beer in Northeastern Pennsylvania, check them out. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, somewhere in between, leave comments in the comment section below. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Massive Beers. Check us out in all those places. Instagram, we're always active. So hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you see you next time.
Yes, man.
And
appreciate
cheers.
it.